Hi guys, welcome to the Insta class by Amity Online, and my name is Sushant and I'm the founder of Parvarish Institute of Parenting. After working with corporates for about 20 years in various corporates like from steel manufacturing to banking to insurance and leading those teams, I quit and started off Parvarish Institute of Parenting, and for the last 10 years we have been as a group empowering parents and teachers across the world. And we would have empowered at least 25,000 parents and 25,000 teachers across the world and made a real difference in their relationship with themselves, in their relationship with their children, and really made a difference on how and what their children can be happy, healthy, successful, and secure in their life. Today, I am going to talk to you about a very critical aspect, and a very critical aspect also from a point of view of my own growth as a human being, as a coach, as a parenting coach, as a teacher coach, and specifically as a human being, which is this area of managing emotions. And you and I, and specifically in an Indian context, the way we have been talking about emotions, the way we have been taught about emotions is very, very different. And I'm sure each one of you will relate to me when as a child, you and I or anybody else, or even our children are crying or maybe are sad or maybe looking at themselves being lonely, when they're not happy per se. Every person around us and every person including us used to tell us, don't be sad, don't cry, don't show your emotions. And people who used to show emotions, who get very teary-eyed or lonely or sad or used to express their sadness, we used to be called emotionally weak. And nobody likes to be called weak, let alone emotionally weak. So over a period of time, you, me, and people around us have started to suppress our own feelings. Suppress to an extent, if you really ask me personally, maybe 5 years back, I was not even able to articulate a feeling. If somebody asked me how am I feeling, I would be saying, oh, I need to do that. I shouldn't have done that. So I used to talk about thoughts versus my own feelings. Those feelings never used to exist. And specifically, as a male, if you really ask me, anybody, all the males who are listening to this, we are all told that you are a boy, you are a man. Don't behave like a woman, don't behave like a child if you emote. And that's what our relationship with emotions has been. And for us, managing emotions means don't emote yourself, control your emotions, don't show it up. To an extent where we have come now is that we don't even know how to articulate or how to even get present to it. And not having that, if you really look around for yourself, the level of depression, the level of loneliness, the psychosomatic diseases which have gone up, the suppression of these emotions lead to a lot of issues, and this can manifest in any kind of a space. It could be your headaches, it could be backaches, it could be depression, it could be heart ailments, it could be any kind of ailments, is what the extent of suppressing and not able to emote your emotions can lead to. So here I want to give you a quick process, and my request to you would be like, start practicing that. It's not going to come easy. It's taken me at least 5 years to come to a space where I can say I've been able to start to articulate my emotions and communicate my emotions. So the first thing to do is to get present to your emotions. And you can start it off right now. So as you're listening to me, and as you finish this off, and as you sit on your bed, or you may be having your dinner after this talk, look at this sheet. Let me share this sheet with you. This is what we call a feeling chart, a feeling wheel. And why I want you to use this, you can Google it. You can Google feeling wheel and you will get this. Look at this feeling wheel. This has more than 200 words of feelings on it. You and I do not have that kind of vocabulary. So my request would be, go look at this feeling chart, look at this feeling wheel, and start to articulate it for yourself. My request would be, go through each and every word there is written and say to yourself, am I feeling like this right now? Am I not feeling like now? And go tick it for yourself. 2-3 things will open up for you. One, at any point of time, you will be able to tick a large number of feelings. It's not that one feeling which will come up. And it could be diametrically opposite feeling. You may be feeling satisfied at the same point and fearful at the same point and lonely at the same point. And it's perfectly fine. So first thing is, start getting present to this and start building that vocabulary for yourself. Second, acknowledge it for yourself. That is the second biggest pitfall we all fall into. We always demarcate feelings into good feelings and bad feelings. If somebody is feeling happy, we're great. We're saying, okay, that's good. If somebody is feeling sad or crying, we feel that is negative. If somebody has a lot of anger, we're saying, oh, that's a negative feeling. We shouldn't be angry. We should always be happy. Now, let me tell you, there are no good or bad feelings. Feelings are feelings. Anger, sadness, loneliness, happiness, ecstasy are all equally valid. There's nothing right or wrong about them. There's nothing good or bad about them. If you've lost somebody in your life, you would be sad. It's perfectly fine to be sad. If you're feeling lonely and want to cry out, it's okay to cry. The person defending your country on the border, if he's not angry, he will not be able to defend. Anger is a valid and absolutely valid feeling right now. We don't need to make it wrong. So second step would be for you to acknowledge yourself and make it okay. It's okay for you to be angry right now. It's okay for you to be sad right now. It's okay for you to be happy right now. So let every feeling be, and you build the capacity to be with it. And the last would be, have somebody in your life and you be somebody for somebody else, like a buddy who you can articulate it to. So let me give you an example. If I'm angry right now, normally how do I show my anger? I manifest it. I would shout, I would throw stuff, I will be there so that you can see me angry. And whatever actions or language I use when I'm angry will be detrimental to the relationship, will be detrimental to me. After every anger bout, we all feel we shouldn't have been angry. But the point is not that you should not be angry. Can we articulate that I'm angry? So for example, if I tell you that I am feeling angry right now, that will give you the space to know, okay, fine, Sushant is angry right now. I need to give him space. And it gives me space so that I am angry. I don't need to do anything right now. Can I give myself space so that I can be with my anger, let it be for a while, and when it subsides, and then is when I take the action. So make sure you are articulating it, fun for yourself, acknowledging it, not making yourself wrong. And third, being able to articulate it versus manifest it. Follow this process and see what difference it makes. And as a request, as adults, my request would be, spread it out to anybody, specifically males. We have bad relationship with our own emotions. Spread it out to males in your communities, and let's build this vocabulary big time with children so that they grow up to be emotionally stable, emotionally healthy human beings. So that's what I had for you today. Thanks for being there, and I'm here for another minute. If you have any questions, I'm here and be happy to answer them. So anybody, any kind of a question. Oh, you're saying the wheel name? The wheel name, we call it the feelings wheel. This is what it is. Just go Google, you will get it for yourself. Anybody else, if you have a question, I'll be happy to answer them right now. So you can type it right now. Okay. Sure, great, thanks. The wheel name is Feeling Wheels. Don't worry about it. Just go Google Feeling Wheel, or you Google Feeling Faces. You will get a screen. And if you're not clear about these names, these words, go Google Feeling Faces. You will get those emojis which you all use in your Instagram and WhatsApp. So use that as frequently as possible and get present to that. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Anybody if has a question? How do you manage anger? Charu, thanks for that question. As I said before, the first step would be to get present to yourself that you are getting angry. So, getting angry is perfectly fine. Manifestation of anger is what causes the difficulties. So, first getting present to yourself that yes, I'm angry. Articulating it for yourself that yes, I am angry. Saying it out for yourself. Articulating it to the other person that I am right now feeling angry. And whatever your support you need for yourself or for people around you, that what happens to you when you get angry. So for example, when I get angry, I have a lot of energy to spend and my energy levels go up. So what I personally need at that point of time is I need to spend out that energy. Maybe by walking, running, shouting, and doing that maybe in a park when I'm alone. And when I take it out of my system is when the anger subsides. And then I'm at a level when I can logically do something about it. Versus doing something in the phase when I'm angry. So, identify it for yourself. Acknowledge yourself for it. Don't make yourself wrong for getting angry. Anger is absolutely fine. At any point of time, you can get angry and the other person may feel good about it. So do not feel that in the same situation, how can I feel angry and the other person is happy? It's absolutely normal. One can be sad at the same incident, the other person can be happy at the same incident, and the third person can be angry at the same incident. Be okay with it. Look at what do you need at point of time, articulate it, let it subside, and then take the actions. How do you overcome stress? I think that question would be like a question on some other day when we meet again, because stress would be completely different topic to talk about. Because first we need to look at what the stress is coming from and look at various phases what stresses us, and then see how do we manage it. So maybe that's a topic for some other time. Any other question? So I think that's the time I have. So all the best and thank you for being here. My request would be share it with as many people as possible. Let's try and build an emotionally healthy world around ourselves and create those people in our life who we can share with, who we can support emotionally and get emotionally supported. So all the best and thanks again to Amity Online for this opportunity. See you again. Take care.